Alright guys, welcome back to Crazy Gamer Models. I am back with another Sprue review. Another one from RyeField Models. This is a Tiger 1 with full interior and clear parts of the hull and turret. It is a heavy German tank. It is Whitman's Tiger early production. Sorry about the light reflection. I'm going to go ahead and get this plastic off of here, and then we'll take a look at the box better without the reflection. I'm not aware if you can build this like I reviewed RyeField's Panther with a clear top and turret, and now I'm going to do a Tiger. This is the first Tiger 1 on the channel, guys, so I did a review that's going to be coming out possibly tomorrow on a King Tiger from Tacom. This will be the first Tiger 1. Tiger, maybe put this one up first before the Tiger 2, so it's kind of in chronological order. But this is the box. It's huge. It's got workable tracks, workable torsion bars, optional number 1331 or number S04 types. It's highly detailed photo etch parts, accurately produced with full interior parts. So it's not a toy. Unassembled, cement and paint not included for skilled modelers 14 and above. And it is kit number 5025, 1/35 scale, and it's from their military miniature series. And I haven't put together a RyeField model yet. They look very intriguing. Here is some color schemes. Whitman's Tiger, the SO4 from the 101st, and then Whitman's Tiger with number 1331, the Panzer Division, the 1st SS Panzer Division in 1943. So, you can build the earlier 1943 or the January 44 in Russia. So, here's what we got. The RyeField models, they're out of Hong Kong. And here's some information, but it's made in China. So, and it says 2019, so this might be a pretty new kit. Let's take a look at the box. Oh, and here is, let me show you this section of the box here. Just knocked over paint, look at that. So there it is right there. Unassembled plastic model kit with detailed manual. Keep out of reach of kids under 14. And then, sorry for bumping the camera. You're really not going to be able to see that. But it's a large box. So, now, let's take a look. There's what we got inside here. Ooh, goodies. Now, from looking at this, they didn't, now with the Panther with the clear parts, they had the clear parts in a separate box. This one, the parts are on the top, and I see a clear section, but not without the front gladius, but with the rear engine area. And they look pretty good parts. I don't want to take them out of the package. It does have weld beads on the turret ring part. So that is the clear parts. And it does appear, if you don't want to build it with the clear parts, you get the actual plastic parts. And this would be Sprue A. And hopefully that plastic's clear enough for you guys to see everything. I see a little bit of flash on the sprues. Nice weld detail on this hatch cover. Looks like some slide molded parts on the end. Nice detail on the inside. They do have some ejector pin marks on the inside of those. Top of the turret. Nice cast structure on the mantlets. Well, this doesn't appear to have Zimmerit. So, I'm still doing my research on the Tiger tanks. This is from Sprue Brother Models, by the way. They sent me this. You know, they know how much I love my German, breakdownable tanks. They know I like them, and they know how much I love torsion bars. Which this has torsion bars. but I don't know what the system looks like until we look into it. So I know a little about the King Tiger, and I know a lot about the Panthers, but not much about the Tiger 1. This must be part of the engine, side of the engine. The sprue gates don't look too bad. They look, on the small parts, they look pretty narrow. Here's your grill covers, your drive sprocket. So, tow cable. Interesting to see what the photo etch looks like. Oh, that's strange. The periscopes are right here, and they're not in clear parts. TACOM doesn't do clear parts on their periscopes, on their Panthers. That always bugs me. Then we got the K-sprue for the Tiger 1. Nice detailed bulkhead there. It's part of the transmission. Transmission pieces all on here. Drive shaft. Floor panels. These don't look too bad. Not hardly any flash. Does appear to be a pretty new kit. I haven't seen any date stamps on the plastic yet. Like I said, I just saw a little bit of flash around the gates of the sprue itself, but everything else looks molded nice and crisp. So, and then we have two of these sprues. These are your torsion bars. Yeah, see, they're kind of flashy and mismolded a little bit on a couple of those, so they'll have to be cleaned up. And a little bit of sink mark on them, so I have to take care of that. That's the first sign of that. Bunch of little parts, little wing nuts for the tool clamps. I love that kind of detail. And we got the tub. Well, it's got the sides and wall on it. It's got detail in the floor. The front piece on there, nice weld. It's got the brackets holding up the side skirts, which is nice. Detail on that. And then we have some jersey cans, jerry cans. I don't know why I said jersey. Your tool sprue, and it has the tools with the clamps and without the clamps, which is the way I like it. I like to have an option, and hopefully it comes with the photo etch parts to make the clamps. And here's the road wheels, 2 sprues of these. They're not bad looking. And then we have the track pins and individual guide horns. Oh no. Wow. And the looks like 3 sprues of this, and you got the jig to put it together. Individual guide horns. Look at the fun that's gonna be. If you guys follow my TACOM Panther builds, they have individual guide horns, but they designed the system in a way to where there's like 6 to 5 on a piece of plastic. You glue them on while the tracks are still on the sprue, and then you just trim it off and clean it up. Gluing on individual guide horns, that's going to be something. And then we have ammunition. We have our MG round ammo bags. Then we have our different, it does have the different rounds in here. You got your, this looks like armor piercing. This looks like high explosives for the high explosives. So it looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of ammunition. Huh. That's cool. And here are the lovely track pieces. I will take these out of the bag because I want to see this. And they are workable, it says. Yeah, there they are, right there. There's no ejector pins. That's fantastic. But you have to glue all the guide horns. Oh, that is so hated. Oh, that is gonna be a task right there. Ooh. Sprue, brother, what are you doing to me, people? Alright, here's the top section. This is the piece that was in clear in the beginning. And we got some nice texture on what appears to be hose pieces. That looks like nice texture. Nice texture on the tow cables. Another shovel with tool clamps on it. Some boxes. Things like that. Slide molded barrels of some guns. That's always a nice touch. And then we come, okay, here's this interesting. We got tow cable, string of tow cable. Then we have these are the inner braces of the hull. They do theirs in photo etch. This is the same on the Panther. And then we have all the goodness of tool clamps. Love photo etch tool clamps. Bring them all together. So you got your grills, and then all your fancy tool clamps. And other things, of course. Nice back to a seat right here. That's a nice touch, this spring back to a seat. That's going to look real good. So, and then we have another piece of photo etch. This looks like a rack or a mount of some sort. And then we have the decals. And then we do have the periscopes in clear. Look at that. So they were in there. I don't know why they're on the sprue too. So, unless they weren't periscopes. Alright. So let's take a look at the marking book. So here we have a Tiger 1 early production with the markings. Even has the weathering steps, all this by MIG. You watch my video, you know I like MIG paints. And then we have different Tiger. There we go. This is Mr. Hobby colors. So, yeah, this is the two models in Mr. Hobby. That's interesting. And also transform water-based paints, brush and airbrush. I don't know what that is. I never heard of water-based paints transform. Ooh, let me know if you guys heard of transform paints. I'm going to have to do some research on that. Then you got your sprue call out. And then the description of mistakes in the instructions. Redoing the photo, talking about the photo etch clamps with the little wing nuts. So they give you the wing nuts in plastic and in photo etch, which I think is a nice touch. Then we have the nice interior color profile by MIG. And then we have the other Tiger 1 early production. So, the two different markings. This is the SO4 marking of Whitman's Tiger. And then this is the 1331. So, looks cool. Like I said, I got a book on the Tiger. I can't grab it right now because it's behind my paint rack. But I'm interested to look up on some interesting things. And this transform water-based brush and airbrush paint. Definitely going to look into that. Let's take a look at the book. So, as with the last RyeField model, the green lines, the number 131 is the green lines, and the clear part is the blue lines. The instructions are based on the SO4 vehicle, and the vehicle 1331 and the clear parts are optional. So they use the green to distinguish the 1331, and then blue to distinguish the clear parts. So here we go. Right here is the first step, building the gun, and you got your two different models right there. So you first out of the bat, you got to pick a model you want to do. So take a look at them, pick which one you want to do, and there you go. So right out of the bat, you got to pick one. So what I do is I pick one, and I cross out the steps that I don't need to do. I'll have to look at these very carefully to see which one I want to do, and then I'll pick. So here is more of the gun assembly. So they like to start with the turret. You watch any of my videos, I'm a jump around person. I like to jump back and forth. So, and here, right here, you could use the clear part or the plastic part. Yeah, so you don't do A1 if you have the optional G5 part. So, well, it's got fuel can storage right in the get-go of this thing. Nice detail, color detail showing you where these parts go inside. Open and close on the hatches. Here's another option for the 1331. So you would do all this. And it's telling you use the clear or the... I drill some holes though. Open or closed hatches. I'm a hatch open kind of person. So, it appears what I thought was periscopes are things that hold the tracks onto the side of the turret. Yeah, I thought they were periscopes. They really do look like periscopes. So then, now we move on to the lower hull. Putting some pieces in. It shows you a detail of it. And then we have more pieces. Something you have to do 4 times here. And all this transmission and front seat backs being used there on the driver's seat. Pretty detailed transmission. Not quite as detailed as TACOM's transmission. TACOM's transmission is like 40 pieces probably. But it looks all there. It's a similar transmission to the Panther and the King Tiger, just different models, I believe, same manufacturer. So now we got the ammo going in, and we have the rear air exhaust and air exchangers are definitely different than what's on a Panther or a King Tiger. So these are pretty interesting. The engine is definitely different. It's got different air filters on the top. So it's got cylindrical ones instead of the 2 square or rectangular one. So that's interesting. And then we have the rear and some drive sprockets. Different drive sprockets for each one. And then here is everything for the normal. And then if you're doing the rear of the 1331, we have wheels going on. And they should be movable. So I would think they would have some kind of polycap or something. Maybe that's what these D48s are. We got more wheels. Interleaved wheels are crazy. So, look at that stack of wheels back there. That is insane. That is a lot of wheels. And we have the top plate. And we're talking about these photo etch. There was a correction on that. So, and then now we're talking all kinds of detail for the 1331. And I'm assuming the page before that, yeah, it was all the detail for the SO4. So and then here we go about doing the clear parts. If you want to do the clear parts. And then we have the tracks being assembled with the guide horns being put on. Ugh, 96 for each side. So quadruple that guide horns. And then that's the end. You got your two models. There's some QR codes if you want to check it out. The book says 2018, but it says 2019 RyeField models. So it might have been printed in 2019, but it was probably produced in 2018. So it's still pretty new. So at least the book was 2019. Or they plan to release it in 2019. So that's it. That's going to be the end of this sprue review of the Tiger 1. It's going in the stash. It's not going to be anything unless you guys want to see it. Let me know. But, check out my other videos on the channel. I'm almost at 75 subscribers. When I get there, there's going to be a giveaway. There's a video, a channel update plus giveaway video. Check that out if you're interested in a giveaway. And if you don't happen to want the Warhammer stuff, I can come up with, if you win, I can come up with something else. Like some modeling supplies or something else. We'll see. We'll go to the hobby store and get something for you guys. Also, the Yag Tiger build is still going on. It's a very old kit. There's a lot of filling and sanding, and I'm actually waiting for a couple supplies at this point. I thought they were going to be here today, but it doesn't look like they are. So I will take care of that in future videos. So that'll do it for this. For Crazy Gamer's Models, I am the Crazy Gamer. You guys have a fantastic day.